लाडली लाल की, सियावर रामचंद्र की, पवन सुत हनुमान की। प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्रीकृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरु पापात्मना त्राता श्रीकृष्णस्त्वमलात्मना बर्हापीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रद्वासः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च माला रन्ध्रान्वेनो रधरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दै बृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशद्गीतकीर्ति नमः कमलना भाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्ग्वं देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, प्रिय सज्जनों, dearest devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and every one, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Today and following, I'll be explaining the verses of a wonderful kirtan, divine kirtan, written by the greatest saint, Jagadguru Tam Shri Kripaluji Mahaprabhu. Those who are here with us, it is on page 176. Jagadguru Tam Shri Kripaluji Mahaprabhu, those who don't know, is only the fifth original. Mool means original, Mool Jagadguru. Why the term Mool, original? There are many Jagadgurus, thousands in India, all over the world. Mool Jagat Guru means someone has gone before a body of the greatest spiritual scholars, spiritual scientists. And there is a Shastrarth, debate on the scriptures. When his knowledge is proven to be greater than all those combined, all of them, then they bestow this title of Jagat Guru, Mool Jagat Guru. Originally, there were only four. Adi Jagat Guru Shankaracharya, then came Jagat Guru Nimbarkacharya, then Jagat Guru Ramanujacharya, then Jagat Guru Madhavacharya. And then finally, the last one, Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripaluji Mahaprabhu. He is not only Jagat Guru, as you were hearing me saying, but Jagat Guru Tam. All the rest has title Jagat Guru. He was given this title by the Kashi Vidvat Parishad. A body was comprised of 500 of the greatest spiritual scholars, spiritual scientists in India at that time. Each one having made some scripture his lifelong study. One was Shatra Shastri. There are 6 Darshan Shastra. This was his perfection. So what is Jagat Guru Tam? So in English we have good, better, best. In Sanskrit also Jagat Guru, then Jagat Guru Tar means better, then Jagat Guru Tam means best. That amongst the 5, he is the best. Many titles were given. Nikhil Darshan Samanvayacharya, some of the main ones. The reconciler of all the controversies and contradictions in the scriptures and all the previous Jagat Gurus. Bhakti Yoga Rasa Avatar, the descension of the divine bliss combined of Sri Radha Krishna. He was recognized to be a divine descension, not just a saint, someone attains God realization, but a descension, divine, that he didn't have to become a saint, already divine, descended. So he's written many, many books, philosophy, Prem Ras Siddhant, philosophy of divine love, Radha Govind Geet, Shama Sham Geet, Bhakti Shatak, Brajaras Madhuri 1, 2, 3, 4, Yugal Shatak, Yugal Ras, many, many books. Thousands and thousands of pads, divine poetry and kirtan, divine songs glorifying the qualities, etc., of Radha Krishna, saint, etc. So this is one of those divine kirtan. When a saint is writing, he is not writing. Jo kare so hari kare. Kabir Das, Kabir Ji says, when a saint is writing, Bhagwan himself is writing. Whatever he is doing, he doesn't do anything. Why do we perform actions in the world? Why do we do anything? Because we want something, we are lacking. Kuch chahiye. What is that we want? We want happiness, sukh, anand. When someone attains God realization, he attains that divine bliss, divine happiness from Shri Krishna. Everything Shri Krishna has, he gives to him. Buddhi yogam tam. Everything. Shri Krishna doesn't keep anything. And this is why Naradji says in Narad Bhakti Sutra, Tasmin tajjane bheda bhavat. That there is no difference between the saint and Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna himself says, Acharya mam vijaniyan navamanyet karhichit namartya buddhya suyet sarvadeva mayo guru. Bhagavan Krishna is saying to Uddhav, 11 canto, 17th chapter, 27 verse, Bhagavad Mahapuran. Uddhav, know the saint Acharya, the saint, God realized person, to be Shri Krishna himself, Mam, to be me, Shri Krishna himself, Mam Vijaniyan. Do not see him as a material person. Him, it could be her also. The gopis are the highest saints. The milkmaids of Vrindavan. Do not see them as a material person. Do not use your material mind and intellect to understand them. And know that all forms of God resides in them. So the saint is Shri Krishna in Bhagavad again. Yasya sakshat bhagavati jnana deepa prade gurau martya sadhi shrutam tasya sarvam kunjar shauchavat. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 7 canto, 15th chapter, 26 verse. The Bhagavad says, know the Guru, the one who lights the light of knowledge, deep, the light of divine knowledge in the heart of the individual. Know him to be Shri Krishna personified, Sakshat Bhagavan. Shri Krishna personified. One who sees the saint, looks upon the true Guru, looking upon him as a material person, is like an elephant bath. Hathi ka snan. What is an elephant bath? Elephant goes in the river and takes a bath, and then comes on the bank and takes dirt and throws on itself. In other words, what is the use of the bath? Is taken dirt and put on itself again. So one who looks upon a true Guru, the saint, as a material man, everything goes through one ear and come out the other one. Gets no benefit. So when a saint is writing, Shri Krishna himself is writing. This is why we worship Ramayana, Gita, Bhagavad, Ved. Because we know no man has written this Ramayana. Tulsidas is using the pen, but through the pen, the hand and the pen of Tulsidas, Bhagwan Shri Ram himself is writing his charitra, his autobiography. Otherwise, we think some man wrote this book. Are chhod do. Leave it alone. No. We worship that Ramayana. We worship Bhagavad, Gita, because we know this was no man who wrote this. So in the same way, when Kripalu Mahaprabhu is being described and defined as divine descension, then everything he has written is divine. In every word, in every line, it is filled with divine philosophy. मैं अनधिकार चेष्टा कर रहा हूँ इसके कुछ बताने के लिए. I am making an unauthorized effort to try to explain what he is saying. Guru has made me his pracharak. His parat, as he would say. And he has blessed me in some capacity as a pracharak to be able to give his philosophy to the world. No one can be better than him in dispensing his philosophy. But he has also given us this seva, his pracharaks, for us to also dispense his divine philosophy. And we are only saying exactly what he has told us. That's why I use the word parrot. A parrot, whatever you teach the parrot, exactly that parrot is going to say. You teach the parrot Ram Ram, he will say Ram Ram. You teach the parrot something else and he'll say something else also. So, Sri Maharaji's pracharak will say only what Sri Maharaji has told him or her. This is why we can make an effort as to explain in his divine philosophy. So we will sing a little bit and then we will listen to some explanation. Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar Pyare. Oh, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar, Jayati Guruvar Pyare, Jayati Guruvar Pyare. So first thing, Jayati Guruvar. All glory. Let us sing the glories of that Supreme Guru, the Divine Guru. We have to have a Guru. Without Guru, nothing is possible spiritually. But we have to be careful whom we are going to make Guru. We don't pay attention. It's a problem in this age of Kali Yuga. Everybody is a Guruji. Everybody wants to be a Guruji. To have so many people following. The desire to get respect, name and fame is an attribute of all worldly souls. We can be the most ignorant person, illiterate person, or very knowledgeable. That desire that everybody should respect me. I want people to follow me, respect me. There are people, if you flatter them, you tell them nice things, you are their best friend. They're in very high position. I'm not going to call name. And if you say anything against them, you become their worst enemy. The whole thing is to the ego. Guru doesn't care. The true Guru. Whether you praise or you abuse him. Guna tita sita pragyo Vishnu bhaktasya katyate etasya kitakityatya chastamasmani vartate. Whether you abuse, you say the best thing about him, or you say the worst thing, it has no effect. Same. All the time. A true saint is not affected like us. Little things affect us. Little story, not a story, an incident. Prahalad. We've heard about Prahalad, that great devotee of Bhagwan. Little boy, Prahalad, Bhagwan came for Prahalad, descended, special avatar. Nrsimha Bhagwan, half man, half lion. So Prahalad got married. After he attained God realization, a little boy, Bhagwan came for him. And then Bhagwan told Prahalad, rule the entire world for one manvantar. One manvantar. 306,720,000 years. This thing is a little bit... There's a person sitting here, and once we went to Sri Maharaji to ask this question. There's so many, there are 4 ages. For Kali Yuga, which age we live in, 432,000 years. Twice that, age of Dwapar Yuga. 3 times that, age of Treta Yuga. And 4 times, Sat Yuga. These 4 combined is called one Chatur Yuga. 4,320,000 years. When that is multiplied by 71, it is called one Manvantar. So 71 times Satyug would have come, and this incident happened in Satyug. So how could Prahalad live so long? So then Kripalu Mahaprabhu told us this is a divine Leela. Can't understand by material mind. Because it's confusing. If this incident occurred in Satyug, and he ruled for one Manvantar, 71 Satyug. Isn't it all confusing? Divine things, material mind can't understand. Anyhow, Prahlad was told to rule for that amount of time. Not that Prahlad wanted something, he attained everything. He said to Bhagwan, I don't want anything. Bhagwan said to Prahlad, Baramango, Baram Bruhi, ask for your boon. Prahlad said, my Lord, what should I ask from you? I have attained everything. You came for me. I've attained you. My dasu, I am a servant. A true servant never asks the master for anything. Long philosophy. Bhagwan said, that's okay, it's good what you were saying. But it's my nature that whenever I meet a devotee, a bhakt, I tell him to ask for a boon. So you should ask also. Prahlad said, okay. Aap Swami, you are my master, I am your servant, and you are telling me to ask. The aim of the servant, duty of servant is to make the master happy. If this makes you happy that I should ask, okay, I'll ask. Prahlad said, Yadirami me kaman varanstam vardarshabha kamanam hridya sanduham bhavatastu vrinevaram. 7 canto 10 chapter 7 verse. Bhagavad Mahapuran. Prahlad said, my Lord, if you insist on giving me a boon, give me the boon that my desire to ever ask you for anything should be destroyed forever. Let me never ask you for anything. Bhagwan ka boli band ho gaya. He made Bhagwan silent. This Prahlad, he got married. So he has no desire and he gets married. Not only that, he had a child, a son. Virochan. Wow. He has no desire. Bhagwan told him to ask, I have no desire. Let me never ask you for anything. Then he got married. He's ruling for 306,720,000 years. One manvantar. He gets married and he has a child. Son. Where did the son come from? Did it fall from the sky, appear suddenly? No. From the womb. Garbha se. From the womb of the mother. Acha. Can't understand. So, how is Prahlad a saint? That he perform action of lust? You see, because if we perform action of lust, we have lust. Therefore we cannot understand the position where someone has no lust, no anger, no greed, and can perform action of lust, anger, greed, etc. There's a special power that Bhagwan has. It is called Yog Maya. Kartum akartum manyatha, kartum samarthaha. That power that makes the impossible possible. Bhagwan has that power. He is the governor of Yog Maya, and Yog Maya governs the saints. Both have the power of Yog Maya. And this is how God and the saints are able to come in the world and live just like us. They do everything like us. They appear to take bath. Most times they just, if it's Bhagwan, he appears. Saints, they take bath. They grow up, go to school, eat, sleep, everything like us. And we get confused. Avajananti mamudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Chapter 9, verse 11, Gita, Shri Krishna says, Arjun, all those people in the world, we people, under Maya, who are controlled by Maya, unaware of the divine nature of Sri Krishna, that he's divine, he's Bhagavan, we mistake him for an ordinary human being. That's like ourselves. In other words, when we see God and the saints with these eyes that we have, what do? They see. What can they see? Materials, material objects, material people, because our eyes are material. So when we see God and the saints, we will see them with all the defects and shortcomings, just like ourselves. And then we judge. We judge. Anyhow, so Prahlad's son and the Guru's son, once there was a competition between them. They both fell in love with the same girl. Same girl. So they decided that who is going to get this girl? The one who is higher. Jo Shreshth hai. The one who is higher, he's going to get the girl. Now who is higher? One king of the whole world, Prahlad, one son. After Prahlad, he will get the rule. The whole world belongs to him. And Guru's son, Shukracharya, the son of Shukracharya. Who is greater? So they are having this argument. They can't decide among themselves. They said, okay, who is going to determine this? And the condition is, the one who is higher is going to get the girl, and the one who is lower is going to be hanged. Chayo. Huh? Children. There was young boys. This was the condition. And who is going to make the judgment? The son of the Guru said, your father, Prahlad. Virochan said, my father? But supposing he decides on my behalf, then you will say he's taken favoritism. He's my son, so I will judge in the world. If a father were to give judgment, he will give in his son's behalf. So that question can come. The Guru's son said, no, impossible. My father told me Prahlad cannot have favoritism. Impossible. So they went to Prahlad and asked the question, who is greater? And told the whole thing. The one who loses, who is lower, is going to be hanged. The one who wins is going to get the girl. Who is higher? Prahlad said, Guru's son is higher. So, take this Virochan, hang him. Huh? And he's smiling. Take him and hang him. Didn't change. No change. Smiling, laughing. There's no feeling, this is my son. Remember, only one son. After Prahlad, this one son is going to rule the world. No change. The Guru's son said, hey Prahlad, hey King, Raja, yes, sir, one more question. Okay, who is higher, me or you? Who is higher, me or you? The king. Prahlad said, the son of the Guru is as worshipable to me as Guru himself. You are higher. Okay? Let your son free. Let the prince free. The same expression in Prahlad's face. Didn't change. Okay. Free him. In other words, no attachment. Big problem. Because we have attachment. This is a saint. So we should not judge him as a man, as a worldly person. One who does that is taken elephant bath. You will not benefit. So that guru, we have to have a guru. What is a guru? Who is a guru? The Vedas tell us. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmano nirvedamayan nastakritakatena tadvigyanartham sagurumeva bhigachet samitpani shrotriyam brahmanishtham. Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kan, 12th mantra. Vedas are saying we have to have a guru. In the spiritual path, you don't want to be spiritual, you don't care about God, you don't believe God, then there's no need. But if you want to be spiritual, if you want to follow the path of spirituality, then guru is compulsory. But there are two things that qualifies him to be guru. Two things. Vedas are saying, Shrotriyam plus Brahmanishtham. The same thing in Bhagavad. Videhanimi is questioning the 9 Yogeshwars. Kavi havir antariksha prabuddha pipalayana avirhotru dhumilas chamasa karabhajana. 11 Canto, 2nd chapter, 21st verse. 9 Yogeshwars, sons of Rishabh Bhagwan, Rishabh Dev. Kavi, Havi, Antariksh, Prabudh, Pipalayan, Avirhotra, Drumil, Chamas, Karabhajan. Not going to go in detail anyhow. So, Videha Nimi, Paramhans, in other words, Nimi, he's questioning and he asks about the Guru. Prabhupada Maharaj gives the answer. Tasmar Gurumpapadyeta Jigyasu Sheya Uttamam Shabde Parichanishnatam Brahman Upashamashayam. 11 Canto, 3rd chapter, 21st verse. Bhagavad Mahapuran. Prabhupada Maharaj is saying, this is the exact translation of the Ved mantra I just gave you. Mundak Upanishad, 1st Mundak, 2nd Kan, 12th mantra. This is the exact word for word translation. Bhagavad Mahapuran is translation of Vedas. Nobody can understand Ved. Impossible. So Veda Vyas, Avesha avatar of Shri Krishna, wrote Bhagavad Mahapuran, which is translation of Vedas. This is why Bhagavad is the greatest book. Bhagavad Mahapuran. For the benefit of the world, of worldly souls. So here also, 2 conditions have been given in much easier Sanskrit. Sanskrit of Ved is a different thing. Much easier Sanskrit. So here, Shrotriya Brahmanishtham, Ved is saying here, Shrotriya Shabde Pare, and Brahmanishtham Nishnatham. This is also given in Gita. Tad virpranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshinaha. Chapter 4, verse 34, Gita. 2 conditions here also. Shri Krishna says, Arjun, if you're so fortunate to meet such an entity, what entity? That has 2 qualities. Jnaninaha or Tattva Darshinaha. This is the same Shabde Pare, Shrotriyam, here Jnaninaha. Brahmanishtam Nishnatham, here Tattvadarshinaha. Three different ways. Jnaninaha. Shabde Pare means one who has complete knowledge. Complete knowledge of all the Vedas, all the scriptures. Plus, he can remove our doubts. Sanchay ko nikal sakte. Having knowledge is anybody can read a book and give lecture. I'm giving lecture. But to remove a doubt, to know whether what he's saying, that those who are listening, whether they are understanding or not. He goes and takes out the doubt. Ye Kamal. So that is Shrotriya. But even more important, Tattvadarshinaha, Brahmanishtham Nishnatham. He has practical experience of God. He has seen Krishna, attained the divine bliss, divine knowledge, divine vision. This is the most important. Of the two, this is more important. If someone is illiterate, can't read, cannot write, doesn't know ABC, as we say in Hindi, angutha chap. He has to give thumbprint. Long ago, and even now there are some people, they go to the bank, can't sign their name, so they give a thumbprint. A literate person. But he has attained God. We can accept him. He has seen God, attained God. Tattvadarshinaha. We can accept him as Guru. Why? Yasmin gyate sarvidam vigyatam bhavati. The Vedas say, when one attains God realization, God gives him all knowledge. There's everything he is given. So this kind of Guru, that is a Guru. That is a person qualified to be Guru. Nowadays, someone sings very nice, he's a Guruji. Someone speaks very nice, he's a Guruji. Someone is very handsome, he's my Guruji. People look outwardly. How does he speak? How does he behave? Which family he's from? Which lineage he's from? None of these makes one Guru. When we look at those things, so Tulsidas ji says in the Ramayana, Lakhi suvesha jagavanchak jeu, vesha pratap puji ahiteu. When we look outwardly at the dress, what clothes he's wearing, yellow clothes, orange clothes, white clothes, what he eats, how he behaves. So looking at people dressed in the garb of God, man, the very simple people in the world accept them as saint and start worshipping them. Imposters, fake they are. So they get nothing. And because we can't see on the inside, mostly we look outwardly. This is a Kali Yuga. And that's why the Vedas say, Andhe naiva niyamana yathandha. Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kand, 8th mantra. When we accept souls who are under Maya, ignorant under Maya, they have greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, everything like us, and make them Guru, it's a straight case of blind leading the blind. Andhe naiva niyamana yathandha. I am not saying, Ved is saying. And this is what happens in the Kali Yuga. So all glories to the true Guru, the true saint. We are singing the glories of that Guru. We're going to hear about that Guru and what he can do for us and why he is so important. I just did one line. And it took the whole time. I told you, when a saint is writing, in every word he fills it with so much philosophy. Not a worldly person, a saint. In every line you can take it and go on and on. I'm just giving a little saransh, just. There's much more. But I cannot do so much, so I have to go through it. So maybe next time I'll do even more. But today, this is the time is finished. So we will stop here at this one line and we will continue next time. बोले श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार के जय, लाडली लाल के, सियावर रामचंद्र के, पवन सुत हनुमान के, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे.